What if I just do this? Do we have sound now? Yeah, we do. Hello, everybody. Welcome to church. We're going to resume with Heaven's Vault here. So far, this game has been fantastic. We are a young woman who is apparently a very skilled archaeologist. And she was adopted by colonizers. And she's starting to reckon with what that means. She's never really had much love for them, for the people that saved her. But she does feel beholden to them in some ways. Miari is like a head scientist, and she has sent us to go find her friend. And we found her friend's wrecked ship on a small planetoid in the middle of nowhere. So that's where we're at. I have no idea where this is going to go. We're getting about to the point where I stopped watching my original made me pick this game up was Loading Ready Run's Talking Simulator show. And we're getting about to the point where I have no idea what's going on. Let's take to the river. How's everybody doing tonight? So we need to make a decision. We go back to Elbereth, talk to Miari. Oh no, that's on Iox. We go back to Elbereth, which is where we are from. And that's kind of on our way. I think what we're going to do, because the whole thing just kind of like whooshes around. I think we might go through Elbereth and then go to the site from the mural and then back to my Iox. How does that sound, friends? I don't care. It's what we're doing. I'm the pastor of Gamer Church. So, one of the main mechanics in this game, if you are just showing up, is we are going to be doing a lot of translation. A whole lot of the discovery comes from finding little bits of ancient text and comparing the symbols to words that we know and guessing using context clues what they mean. And then eventually finding more and more and more until we are sure of what they mean. What are the rivers? 6? 6 is our little robot. Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent. We're not through it yet. So why do the rivers wind? Why aren't they straight? Why aren't you straight? Don't ask people why they're not straight. I do not know, mistress. Why does water swirl when mixed with wine? It is most mysterious. The river ahead continues to our destination, mistress. See how beautiful that was? Look at that. Look at this shit. Look at this game. I love it. I freaking love it. Have you been to Elbereth before? I do not believe I have sailed before, mistress. It is not mentioned often on Iox. No. Iox isn't proud of its little sister. Our path turns left ahead, mistress, and so should we. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at present. This no doubt eases the situation. Where are we? Is this the way? Come on, get into the thingus. There we go. The river to the right should bring us to Elbereth, mistress. Oh, are we there? We're somewhere. Alderaan.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
So this is Elbereth. This was your home. This is my home. I've seen little but Iox, mistress. This is not like there. Are you sure you understand Iox? I've only just been activated. I've been there 10 years and I don't understand the place properly. Dirt, mistress, is dirt. Iox does not have it, and Elbereth does. So we're gonna.
The smell of the slums
explore.
Made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
We are on autopilot here. Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock. It's all more solid than it looks. God's feet has been standing for some time. Are we going to knock over God's feet? I hope not.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
Why now? Alia
Timor
Lasra.
never once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. Just for a little while. I'm happy you stopped by.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? They gave me another robot. Really, Elia? You're a danger to the local economy. Some of us have to work for our assets. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Mistress, but you've upset it, Aaliyah. All the same, the rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. Oh shit. I will wait as instructed, mistress. I must adore you on Iox to keep giving you these things. Well, they don't like the robots. We got some bot racism. Could be, could be. You look tired. I'm polite. You sleeping at night? Of course. Tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Is that all? Don't pry, Aaliyah. I work hard, Aaliyah, as do we all. You're very good health. Should let me pay for this. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true. Seymour locks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news then? I have something for you. A charred book. Looks like something from the Ioxian Empire. On the cover are some printed symbols. Ooh, there's some more goddess symbols. This is faded and illegible. Goddess. Maybe 4. More goddess. Oh. Get this out of here. Throw that in. This doesn't feel right. So that's not goddess. So if that's blessings, this is pray. It's really the only thing that kind of makes sense right now. Pray for blessings. That will do for now. If only we could read the whole volume. I'd say this comes from the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mural. This will make its location easier to locate it. Where'd you get the charred book? Tell me more. One of my customers? You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know.
He liked me.
You want another Rocky? No, please. Another time. See you around, Timor. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. We have one new artifact to trace. Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress? I want to see Roy. Very good, mistress. So that whole zone is really just him, because we're on autopilot again. Why do people live like this, on top of each other? I was not expecting this game to address colonialism and capitalist regimes the way that it does. Why do you think? They're squashed in to get as much juice out of them as possible. The harvest, such as it is, dried grass, waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do, but not people. No. Good faith to you. Yes. How goes things? All fire and smoke, as they say. Thank you. Be well. What exactly is a cat kiss, mistress? It's the name of the inner citadel. I'm not sure what it means. Axe? Oh, we can't claim the axe. There's something under here. Something here. Copper skillet. Looks like it dates from at least the earliest days of the Empire. It doesn't have anything etched on it. Still, I suspect this comes from a different place in that charred book. In fact, I don't think we've seen anything equivalent to this skillet before. Why are we just taking skillets? That's just some guy's skillet. It was cast in a different era because that era is 10 days ago. Some dude just made a skillet and we're taking his skillet. I don't think that's true. This does seem to be... must have all have been very fine once, but it seems to be decaying. Do you think that's a bit dramatic? I do not know, mistress. All I know is what I see. I do not want to head to the ship yet. Could have totally missed that skillet. I wonder if it's actually important. Maybe I'm right and we just took some man's skillet. I hope not. This way. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper. It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. We Elberethians know how to use it. You just say the word. What is the word, mistress? Catechus. Enohuake. Whomp. We are now somewhat higher up than we were, mistress. Of course we are. We're inside the citadel. This is the main courtyard. Our alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. Roy's yard is this way. Ah, lucky. Have you lost robots up here before, Mistress? Number 3, perhaps? You know, we're giving this robot a complex.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Dependable. Cheap. Mistress. What is this lady selling? It's a work market. Workers? Are you surprised? This is Elbereth. It's about as far from Iox as you can go. I cannot be here, mistress. We won't be staying long. Now come on. You're lost, Farwet? My name isn't Farwet. You look like a Farwet to me. You brought a Mayameki with you? A robot here? It's not for sale. Ha! I wouldn't take your Mayameki if you left it here in a basket. Is there something you want? Look how pissed Robot is. Or is this how you get business? Ha! You're fearless, aren't you? Like you if you weren't such a Salewa. Is this how you treat your customers? Are you a customer? Besides, Ioxians never pay their debts. Kind won't be happy until only Miyameki can eat. You don't look underfed to me, damn. Farwet Sahua. That's probably fine. Roy's yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroy was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together.
A little sleepy tonight.
But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
Wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. This whole area is Oroy's, I think. She's useful. And people like to give her space. More gong. There's an answering clatter from behind the door. There's a disappointing gong, TBH. What do we do now? Now we wait for Oroy to finish whatever she's doing in there. Come and see who we are. All right. What do you want? Oh. It's you. It's good to see you. It is it? You jump another broken robot on me? I don't have anything to sell you. No. No, you don't. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends.
Oh, shit.
Once.
I found something incredible out there, Roy. Oh, did you? Purpose for your life, maybe? Better. All right, fine. Now I'm intrigued. I'm just going to produce the crown. Look at what I found, Roy. Just look at it. Roy held the crown gingerly, like it was some kind of injured animal. By all the waking waters, what are you? Right bulk for a basic power source? These are contacts under the rim. What is this? It's the crown of the Emperors of Iox, I think. Are you serious? You got the crown of the Empire and you bring it to me? It isn't just a crown. You want me to take it apart? All right, then. I'll take a look. This is probably fine. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person in such a place. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. Our crown is a treasure of the Empire. All Mistress Oroi will likely do is lose it. With no offense intended to Mistress Oroi, that is. I'll let you know what I find. Did you ever fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals from my collection. Disgusting. How's your family? This is probably going to be a bad conversation. My son is fine. My daughter... That's another story. Just stop talking. What happened to your daughter? My daughter thinks she is in love. That does happen, Roy. She's a child, Alia. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is, and she's not old enough. Okay. I'm gonna leave the yard. Give me a few days to dig in. I promise I won't scratch it. What do you think, chat? Was that a good idea or a bad one? Do you think Mistress Oroi can be trusted? See, you are conflicted. I'm gonna look around the rest of the place. We can get to Toppy's this way. I do not remember who
To
Toppy is.
strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
And what do the moons get out of being in the Protectorate? Theoretically, the support of the Ioxian Guard, but that is largely historical. Tappy's place isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. Which is why I will be going inside. Hold it. Oh. But it's you. Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Tappy. Whatever it is you took. Confess, I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress, do not trust this man. You don't trust him? Tappy and I have a long history. I already don't trust him. You adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come on in out of the cold. It seems as though I will wait here.
Tappy's
suspiciously.
place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
It's so good to see you back on Elbereth, Alia. The rivers grow dull when you're not with us.
And at the centre of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
And are you well? I am never dull. Listen, Tappy. Have you heard of any rumors of sights? I could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. What kind of something? I say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say. What exactly do they say? That he hit something underground that he shouldn't have, with a scythe. Was the man hurt? Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm, but you're no good for plowing. You got some kind of angle here, Tappy. I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls, but no one's going to trouble you. You're from Iox. I'm from Elbereth. People from Elbereth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. I tend not to attack my finds with scythes. No doubt, no doubt. I want to show you an artifact. Oh, yes? The skillet. It's passable. Still, I could probably shift it, but not for much. I have something of a similar period, I think. Yes, this is it. Finely made telescope. There's an inscription on the casing. This is the end of a longer line of text. We're pretty sure this is stars. Never. Ah, stars. And never must be correct as well. Stars, never. So that's pray. That made me die. Speed. Stars, never. Deceive? What else we got? Turn, surrender. Pray. I don't know. I'm going to leave it as deceive. It's a telescope. I think that's correct. This comes from the same side as the skillet I found here before, I think. Having another artifact should help us pin down its location. So, you've seen the merchandise. The telescope for your copper skillet. I will agree to the trade. You have a deal. I think this looks rather good here. Show me another artifact. Hold on to it. Nothing to trade today. Come back some other time. Okay, bye. See you later, Toppy. Bye, Toppy. Don't get any less marvelous. You are in one piece? Still have all your teeth? We wanted to go back to find the. Still have more to do here. There's something in the fields. Is there something else? So that's Toppy's shop. You're gonna love it. I think I like it. For some reason, there's no word for going down. I knew there would be symbols here. Interpilgrim? Of course I knew it was a door. I didn't need it to tell me that. Wonder if I learned some other language, if it would take me other places. So there's some kind of something out in the fields. I would say the Citadel is older than the slums. Of course it is. Slums don't last very long. Kind of slummy. Are these the fields? Good faith to you. Farwet. Total laborer hurt themselves in the fields. Struck something underground. Laborers hurt themselves all the time. Too much rocky, usually. Have to ask at the market. Walk with the goddess. Or die on Iox, I don't care. Doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. You said the market? Can't walk over that. I'm starting to wish there was a run button. Let's look at our inscriptions. Didn't we discover that that's not goddess? Okay. Carelessness. I'm never hiring to an Ioxian again. Your kind don't show respect. Not an Ioxian. Of course you are. You have a Miameki trailing at your heels. Is the worker alright? Doesn't matter. Plenty of good workers here, strong and keen. Whatever you need a hand for. I want to talk to the injured worker. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. And you can pay a fair rate. It's to dig your plot or whisper to you through the night. That's your affair. Just don't break his leg. What's the laborer's name? Whatever you like. Listen, Selawa. Your Ioxian friend Renba shattered my man's arm bone into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. Renba. So you do know him. Price just went up. Let's see what you've brought. For jewelry and weapons. Mistress, are you at liberty to... Mistress, I have a responsibility to the professor. I'll trade something else. Price is too high. A pity. Back when you're feeling more generous. Okay. So we need to find something that doesn't literally belong to me, Ari. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and I will be right back. Oof. I got up and walked away from pretty pretty rough question here. Let's not talk about it. Doesn't do any good. Back to the fields. Let's get out of here. Leave the moon. This way, mistress. So we left the surface of Elbereth, with rumors of a new site. Gonna take a nap. Wonder what that does. Oh. That's fast travel to Iox. Never mind, I'll sail her. So Robot only knows how to sail to Iox because he is still beholden to Miari. Prepare the braces, mistress. So on the planet that Renba crashed on, we did find a mural. And that's where we're going to head towards. Let's go this way, sure. What if the rivers aren't natural at all? What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that? What else could they be? I don't know. Something whole. Something with a design. There are no designers. Imagine a ship dragging floes behind it the way a plow drags a furrow. Tapestry of cloud and smoke. The well springs drive the flows, mistress. We will need to turn left shortly, mistress. Gonna stay leftward then. Don't tell me you believe the well springs are natural. They exist in nature, mistress. Our data suggests the site from the mural should be nearby. There are 4 ruins. Okay. Mistress, there's some kind of ruin some distance away ahead. There's no air, mistress. If we wish to investigate, I will have to go down alone. All right, do that then. The ruin here appears to date from the Empire,
The robot
mistress.
hobbled away, and I was alone. Then it came back.
I recovered a heavily scratched metal bell. Must come from somewhere nearby. I've seen the markings on this thing before, on the side of my ship. On it, there appears to be a carved message. This is fractured. Oh. Get that then. Must be nearby. Feel like we're sailing through a cloud. In effect, mistress, we are. Particles we can see are ice particles. Suspended in what is left of the river here. There's a zone. We can't get to it. Air. The last emperor had drawn a map to this place. But why? I must know.
Of all the sites I travelled to with the robot,
Does this ship look
most
like a
of them seemed
crossbow?
lost, abandoned. But this one felt like it had been hidden.
How much further? Not far, mistress. The path turns here. The lanterns are all still burning 6. Are there people here? There's only one living person on this moon, mistress. You. By the moons, this could have been built yesterday. Something written on the wall here, worked into the stone. You have to guess the whole thing. I don't know. In peace. Sure. Sounds pleasant. Is that what it is? The main gate. Ancients never had the foresight to leave their doors unlocked. Some kind of courtyard, a horned statue, an ancient goddess guarding her space. Is this place a temple? I will try the handle. No good. No, mistress. I do not believe there is a keyhole. No keyhole? So how do people get in? May function like the gate on Elbereth, mistress. There may be a passphrase or some other mechanism. Go ahead, hop us in. Bunk.
The wind died.
We're intact? I believe so, mistress.
The smell of flowers flooded the misty air.
So much water. More water than I've ever seen in my life. I believe this is called a river, mistress. How do you know that? Cannot be sure, mistress. But I believe I have seen them before. But you couldn't remember anything. I cannot. And yet I know that this is a river, just as I know how to sail. This is the bridge we saw from below. Did we see a bridge from below? Mistress, a warning. I believe the water has compromised the stonework of the bridge. Feels solid to me. Jump on it. Pretty proud of your ageless brain, aren't you? I will be enjoying my brain long after yours is dust. Yeah, by the waters. Have you broken a bone, mistress? Your ankle is damaged. You will not be able to jump back. Why didn't you warn me? I'm intact. Which is more than can be said for the bridge. Don't think I can jump back. Still breathless. There's plenty of oxygen. Take your time to recover.
Stone markers huddled together, whispering nasty things about me.
Those are the same shrines like the Hermitage. Do we have sad ankle disease? Star piece in. No good. I'd have to start again and try it a different way. That's not star. Come in peace. Sure. So quiet. More than usual. And I can walk again. Boot knife. I think it dates from the Holy Empire. No inscription, no language. Something up here. Whoop. Wonder if there was once one of these on top of the shrine we found in the ruined hermitage on Moon. Heavy, but not as heavy as I had expected. What are you? This is 2 words, not 1. But where does 1 word end and the next start? It's 2 words. That's not 1. Remember. Me. This one's worn smooth. There are niches in all these markers. They're empty. Looted or left that way?
The wind was strong up here. It wanted to grab you by the waist and chuck you down the cliff.
Moon is so lush. How much more of the nebula is like this? This does not look safe. Not after what happened before. Need a machete. How about this one? Ah, the inscription on this one is readable. There's a few words in this one. I believe this is us or we. Towards us is correct. Yes. It's probably not quite right. Tree must be the oldest thing here. 6 might know what to make of all this. But robots can't jump. with every I've noticed that I tend to choose the most dramatic sounding. Well, that's die, we think. I actually do. I think this is right. This place must be some kind of monument. There's more water here than I've ever seen. Enough water for Elbereth 3 times over. If there was only a way to transport water. Well, it seems clear no one ever lived here. It's definitely not a temple. So why go to so much trouble to build all this? What do you mean it's clear no one ever lived here? Oh, I bet I can... Maybe? Got that knife. Yeah, that old Elberethian story. The boy who gets washed into the rivers, who drowns, comes back as a fish. Can I jump that? Who knows? You're so smooth. I've got that dagger. No, it doesn't seem like I can do anything. I think the only interactable I have left is to jump. I'm not going to replace the hoop. That would be silly. I'm not hooping. Oh. A stone setting. Someone was making preparations when this place was abandoned. The shrine that stood there was removed. That's the shrine they took. Locked. What do I do with that hoop? Oh, there's more back here. Here's another. May I? There we go. Oh. 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 There we go. we've learned death. From death towards life. So yeah, it really makes sense here. Is this a graveyard? A doer away. Surely it can't break as well. Shit! The stone's at the base. I hope it's sit and rest. I chose the least dramatic one for that. Just sit and rest. I do have a telescope.
The air inside the glass house was damp. It smelt like fruit and warm water.
It's even bigger close up. That's what she said. Reminds me of the Tree of Knowledge on Iox. Still flowing after all this time. I would have thought it would be clogged with moss and dirt. It's peaceful here. Try the doer. Stuck? Stuck. Why is every door in this place stuck? Looks like it should open outwards, though. Shove the doer. Mistress. I heard a yell. Are you safe? Just opening a door. With my body. So you are still undamaged, mistress. Did you have a sense of what this place was from your exploration? A graveyard. Most curious. We have found 2 ancient artifacts here, the knife and the metal hoop. Also learned of 1 new location, an early Empire period moon. Time to depart? Not just yet. Oh. No. No. No! There was something in the back of the glass house. I'll be back here. I know there was a thingus right there. Come on. Was this... Was this it? There was nothing there. There are shrines here, like the one we took the figurine from. Already determined that connection. Okay, so there was nothing there. I wonder if that was like a shortcut if we didn't go the right way. Or if we didn't go through the door. But we don't need it anymore. Mostly worn away. Almost all worn away. Can't get anything from it. What do you make of it, 6? There really was a lot of writing here once, mistress. A whole chronicle, perhaps. But I believe some characters can still be seen. This one is a broken piece from an even longer phrase. We know Emperor. Of... This whole place is incredible. It's perfect. Evidently, it is more than 1,500 years old. This isn't a temple, then. Didn't look much like one. Perhaps Mistress intends to use my holographic head as a battering ram. I can smell. Like what? Shortness of tone, mistress. Lack of compromise. Markers. We're a robot, 6. I don't need to be nice to you. Oof. Took her flower and inhaled deeply and died. Musk and rose, perfume garden. Where was this hoop I made, I wonder? Unclear, mistress. But we may be able to locate its origin. This place is a graveyard. What does that make you, goddess? I've got it. She's a death goddess, welcoming people to the afterlife. Yeah, that makes sense. Why is the goddess covering her eye, mistress? Sadness 6. It's a thing people feel about death, but you probably wouldn't understand. It's hard to understand old symbols without their context. This goddess is very, very old. Kind of hoped I would be able to go through there, but I cannot. Gardens here are quite remarkable, but the graves are surprisingly simple. No great tombs or mausoleums. Perhaps this whole moon is their monument. Has this place been ransacked? It does not look to have been touched at all, mistress. Only grown older. I don't think I have anything else to do here. For now. Back to the ship. I believe we can come back. And so we left the surface of the abandoned Empire period graveyard moon, with new leads for an undiscovered site, the early Empire period moon. Where are we going now? What will we find? Elwago Iox. Curious place, mistress. So much water. If we could ship it, you would be very rich. We could make Elbereth bloom. Maybe I could tell someone about the place. Let's see what we've opened up on the map. I will ready the tackle, mistress. Okay. I guess we're going to go back to Iox. I'm going to try out that fast travel thing. Oh, I guess I'm not. I've plotted my course to Iox, so I guess I can't change that now. Okay. It's fine. We'd have to go back and talk to Miari at some point. Presumably the small clay figure was made on Mercy then? That seems plausible. Clay being a material derived from waterlogged mud. Right out here by a hermit from Mercy. Back in a time when the Mercians were willing to sail. Into the cyclones, no less.
They say on Iox that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground.
What do you think of the sculpture? It has a pleasing balance to it. Is it worth the time it took to make, do you think? When there are people on Elbereth who don't eat? Are your own exploits worth the time they take, mistress? Should we not be making history rather than reviewing it? Alia, tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious notions of history? History isn't mine. It belongs to everybody. Yeah. Most of us are decent people, Alia, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to a real science, metallics maybe, loop philosophy. History is a science. It's the exploration of the past, through evidence and theory. Honestly. People think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way. That man is a wiener. And I do not like him. Fox does not believe in history. What is it they think you do? Ix believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. I think I'm out discovering the future. Alia, you're back. I don't know if I want to ask what you found. Maybe you don't, Professor. It's not good news. Not a child. Just tell me what you saw. He's dead, Professor. His ship blew up as he tried to leave an off-river moon. Interesting. You're certain? We are quite certain, Professor. Did you go anywhere except Mercy, Elia? Rember went off exploring the rivers. He was using fuel to propel himself. That must be how he blew himself up. Renba appeared to be investigating an abandoned hermitage. You followed him. What did you find there? Renba left us a message. Mistress? Go on. The hopper malfunctioned. And I spoke to Renba. I fear my mistress is now dissembling, Professor. Though what I wanted, slice it. I thought Rimba was dead. He spoke to me through a robot somehow. And what did he have to say? He told me to find an observatory. That was all. I do not recall this. Interesting. It was Rimba's doing, of course. Perhaps he found a way to leave a message. Someone had lived out there once. We found a ruined building. A hermit from Mercy, I think. Nothing more. All right, chat, do we tell her about the crown? So, you're saying yes, but let's think about reasons not to. We don't love her even though she saved us because she's a colonizer. We don't like that. Like, character-wise, we've kind of discussed that we don't like the people here and that she can be kind of mean. And Rimba said not to trust her. She's not, maybe not to distrust her, but that she's more than she's letting on. But reasons to tell her about the crown. We don't really have any more leads is a big one. It's kind of a metagamey reason. We also don't know for sure what the crown is yet because it's still being investigated. If I could, I would definitely love to know more about it before I made the decision. So we got a yes. You could tell I'm conflicted. Do I have N coin? Almost certainly not. I hate coins. Oh, I do. Okay. Got a quarter. If it lands on heads, I will tell her about the crown. All right, chat. We're going to tell her. There's the crown, of course. But I don't have it on me. I'm afraid Mistress Elia passed it to her contact in Elbereth, Mrs. Miari. It's a mercenary act, Elia. I always assumed you made a little on the side. I didn't sell it. My friend's a mechanist. She's just looking at it. So you're going to bring it back to me? Go and fetch it. I look forward to seeing it. Off you go. Is Wong around? I have no idea. Most likely. Where else would he be? Please, Alia. Go away. Okay. One last thing, Alia. Tell me honestly. How are you finding your new companion? Are you working well together? I wouldn't say that. Six is pretty rule-bound and a coward, which is exactly what you need. Robots are valuable things, Alia. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear. I told you about the message Rinba sent. I'm pretty sure it was Six he was speaking through. I should think it was. Should we leave now, mistress? Soon. I'm sure if we talk to what's-his-bucket, Huang, we can, if I may, mistress. I detected a certain coldness between you and the professor. I don't trust her. Do you suppose she trusts you? Most likely not. The library. I bet there's a bunch of words in there.
Is a quiet spot to think. Except when Huang's in there, which of course he always is.
Alia, you're back. Did you find a Renba? It's complicated. It sounded like maybe you didn't. Did you go native on some wild moon? I've heard there are places out where people get up to all sorts of things. He's dead, Huang. Uh-oh. Are you sure? Did you know him well? No, not really. But I mean, professors. They're supposed to die in soft chairs watching the fountain. I uncovered something you might like to see. You know anything about an ancient observatory? Observatory? That's interesting. Let me tell you something I heard about Renaki. No. Is there an observatory there? Not quite. I was on Renaki recently. I know, me on a boat. You should have seen me. I turned green. What did you do that for? I've got my secrets, Alia. The curators let me take a few things in trade. Anyway, on the boat there was a trader called Amadu. He was talking pretty expansively, if you understand me, about something he'd found. He called it, well... You asked me about an observatory? That's what Amadu said he'd found. Looking for a particular observatory. Not just any observatory. Oh, well. This one sounded like it was old. I thought of you. Because you're old. Have you ever heard the word slicet before? Slicet? No, I don't think so. But Alia, what's wrong with your robot? Six. Must be getting old. Mistress, my head. Who is this Mazwa you're always reading about? She was a sailor from maybe 20 loops ago. She was a traveling monk, mistress. How old are these books of yours? Some are really old, but not, not ancient. They date back to the first Empress or so. You found any artifacts you want me to look at? Quite a few. Compacted inscription. And yeah, we were right about gives. Let's look at this some more. I've really got to tidy up sometime. This was written on a copper flute. It was found floating in Eagle's Pass. I don't know if it's related, of course. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Find yourself in stars. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. How about this? It's a picture of a copper wind chime. It's all copper. You'll never let you catch me alive, covers. We sail for... Oh, that's not sail. We sing for... So... Sammy, I see what you've done. So we've got this lightning bolt thing, which has something to do with life and or with death and passing on. I actually think that the lightning bolt means life, and the X before it means opposite of life. So we've got die and death on the related words up there. So I think without the X, it's definitely taxes. I wonder if the one that we've got die question might be kill, and then the opposite of that would be mercy. We sing for mercy and does anybody have another take on this word? Is love the opposite of death and dying? Maybe. It's a different culture. Sing for love and mystery. Sure. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Do you want me to archive the Heavily Scratched Bell? I'm not finished with it yet. Oh, well, of course. Show him another artifact. Oh, yeah? The etched shard of whole. It has leave stars light. I'm not convinced by the word leave here. Look at the small tick mark. It might be a glyph representing association. Oh, duh. It's follow stars light. Yes, this is it. I have it. I like to think that Huang just occasionally yes. He breaks into real creepy body language. This one is several words. In time, God's will return. That's easy. You have any more like that? Let me see. No. Oh. This is the script from a fragment of wood from a mast. It's found buried here on Iox. Oh. There's a few words in this one. Follow. Yeah, follow river of sky. Follow path. Beauty, story, sky. Can I keep it? Hell yeah. Keep back a lot of things. Things that belong here in the university, where they will be safe. Don't keep anything for long. What do you mean by that? What do you do with them? Best get on with some work myself now. Alia, about Rinba. Did you tell me Ari already? Yeah. How did she take it? She seemed almost indifferent. Really? You know, I always thought she didn't like him. He always got the worst rooms, you know. The post-lunch lecture slot and smallest desk. Maybe she was interested in something else. Rinba was doing some interesting exploration when he died. You have such a scheming mind, Alia. Is there anything up here? Books on all topics. I don't know how you find the time to read all these, Wong. I make the time. Why aren't there any books older than the First Empress? Oh, just aren't. I know you found older. Thanks, Wong. I want to look around and see if there's anything else here to do. You ready to go yet, mistress? Not just yet. This seems like a bit of space to move around here. What are the Chronicles of Moswai that Huang's always reading about? I believe Moswai was a pilgrim sailor. She writes about the various places of the nebula, about how the Great Loop has acted in these places. So up there is Miari's office. So let's go this way. How old is the nightingale, mistress? Not sure. 1,500 years old, maybe? God, stuff is old. We're flying around the galaxy in a piece of history. Alia. Master Huang informs me that you have not been supporting our little community as we might. Talking about artifacts. The artifacts I find help me to uncover new places. I need them. Collection here on Iox is of the utmost importance, Alia. You know that. By collecting the past, we understand the future that is sure to come. Do not hold back. By the waters, dear Alia. Yeah, whatever. By holding on to the history that we find, you curate what the masses are able to learn. Have you sailed before, Six? I don't know, mistress. When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit. I wonder if I once enjoyed sailing. Well, it's my boat. You'll remember that. This is a thing. It's just like the one in the garden. believe that sundial to be significantly older than this one. Furthermore, that one was not made on Iox. The mystery deepens. Emperor. Future. It doesn't feel right. Not future. Past. Emperor. So we got home there. Protect you. Empire period work then. Or older with the... Look at this thing, 6. Did you know it's the oldest thing on Iox? Or so they say. Obviously, it is said to be a sundial, mistress. I'm going to touch it. It's ancient. And all the buildings here. I should think so, mistress. Curiously enough. Why is that curious? Seems to me this sundial never could have worked, mistress. At least not in this location. No light? I suspect whoever positioned this here did not realize how it was intended to function. So how do you know how the sundial is meant to work? It is apparent from the design, mistress. A child could comprehend it. Oh, okay. Well. So we left the university. We got lots of places to go. Next time. Thank you guys for joining me for Gamer Church. We'll be back next Sunday with more. In the intervening time, tomorrow night, we will be back on our Pokemon shenanigans, I believe. And then Friday, we'll be doing more Monster Hunter. Then Sunday, Ian's going to resume his... Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness playthrough. That's what we got coming up here on Cobrastryke Lightningbolt. Have a good night, everybody.